How's it going, YouTube? Navysooner here. Today, we're going over some double stack bud action. 2 World Wars! This is the Rock Island Armory TAC Ultra FS HC. It's a lot to be said, but it is also known as the M1911A2 FS Tactical. It's on, both of the names are on the box, but you can find it online as both. Rock Island Arsenal guns are made by Arms Corps, and they are made in the Philippines. Well, at least I think they're made in the Philippines. This one, it's really weird because on the box it says made in the Philippines here, but I don't get it. I don't know. Just maybe the box is made in Turkey? Whatever. But it is made by Arms Corps for Rock Island Armory, like their pistol subsidiary, and then they are imported by Arms Corps International, which is their subsidiary here in the States, for them to be able to import this stuff. Before we go on, I'd like to let you know that I have a Patreon and Subscribestar. I have no content on there because I have 2 followers, 1 active. Once I start getting more followers over there, I will start putting up more content. You can also, if you don't want to do a monthly subscription service, you can donate to my channel to help keep it running by going through PayPal, and you can send me money using my email account, which is navysoonerchannel@gmail.com. Anything is helpful because it's the times of the Mexican beer flu. Since the name of this gun is a mouthful, I will kind of break it down for you. TAC Ultra is their double stack line. They have a 45 and a 10 as well. The FS stands for full size and HC stands for high capacity. This has a 17 round magazine. I really wish they wouldn't say high capacity because that's a standard size right now for most firearms. The original 1911's full size was 7 and then 8 rounds. So it's high capacity compared to that, but standard capacity today is 15 to 17 rounds. But it doesn't really matter what the capacity is because magazines are protected by the Second Amendment, and it doesn't matter the size of them. The barrel on this pistol is 5 inches, and it kind of has a concaved target crown on it. There is a full-length dust cover with the ability to attach lights and lasers or whatever you want to put on there, bayonets, I don't know. But the one that I have on here is my TLR-1S. With this light, this pistol goes perfectly into my Blackhawk Omnivore holster. The rear sight on here is a 2-dot system, and it is windage adjustable. The front sight on here is dovetailed in, and it is a fiber optic front sight. You can use any 1911 sights on here that you wish. If I keep this, which I really want to, but I can't, so I can get money to purchase other things for the channel, but if I was going to keep this, I would upgrade this to night sights. The pistol has front and rear cocking serrations for all of you that like to be cool and do your press checks. The handles on here are G10, and they're not overly stippled. They're not slick. They're kind of just about right. And turn the light on. They're just about right, and I really like it. Back here we have checkering, so it doesn't slip in your hand. What I do not like is up here it has vertical lines in it, which vertical lines don't really help with anything. I wish they would have done the checkering like they did in the rear. Speaking of the grip, it being a double stack 1911 style firearm, it's pretty big in my small dick beaters, but most people that don't have that issue, it's fine. And I really didn't find any issues with my hands being too small for this because it just makes it look bigger. Kind of like when I have my Never mind. The trigger and the hammer are both skeletonized, and you have an extended beaver tail. The trigger weight, when I pulled it, I got a consistent 4.5 pounds, which isn't too bad, but when I actually was trying to make precise shots, it felt a little heavier than 4.5 pounds. But when I'm usually making precise shots, it's with a rifle and it's got a lighter trigger on it. It's still a good trigger, as with most 1911s are good triggers. The safety on this firearm is ambidextrous, and you can see here it works on both sides. Some people don't like ambidextrous safeties on 1911s or just guns being ambidextrous. Well, not everybody is right-handed, and I've got something for you that if you want to talk shit about left-handed shooters, hold on. Go have fun with your new present. There is a beveled magazine well here to assist with faster reloads, and to be quite honest, it's pretty nice. I like it. The magazine that the firearm comes with is a 17-round magazine. You can fit 18 in there, but if you put it home with 18 rounds in this magazine, it won't seat correctly into the gun. You think it is seated because you can't pull it out, but when you go to rack the slide or start shooting it, you will have the magazine fall out the bottom, or you will have a time where it's just down just a little bit and it won't pick up the next round correctly. It's advertised as a 17-round gun, so if you put 18 in here and you want to bitch about it not cycling correctly, that's on your dumb ass. It says 22 TCM in it. Well, 22 TCM is the round that Arms Corps developed. It is like a neck down 9mm. It's like 9mm version of 6.5 Creedmoor to 308. They use the same magazine, so it does say 22 TCM on the magazine, but works with 9mm. The reason that it has a 22 TCM magazine is you can get this firearm as well in a package that comes with an extra barrel and spring for the 22 TCM. There's two bad things about this magazine. First, when you're doing magazine changes and it drops, it usually hits right there and you can see that it comes off real easily, and you will go up to your magazine that you just dropped and the base plate's off of it and the spring is out of it, and yeah, well, that they need to fix that. It might just be mine. It's supposed to have like a clip on the back of it to where it clips on, but not this. It just doesn't go all the way on. The second thing that I dislike about these magazines is not the magazine itself. This gun only comes with one fucking magazine. Kind of bullshit in my opinion. Especially when Rock Island Armory says that they're going to put these out. They haven't. Yeah, some people think that they can go get some. There are some online that people think, oh, well, that's going to fit it. It doesn't. There's only one option for extra magazines for this, besides like taking your buddies if he buys the same gun. That option is using the paramilitary P18 magazines. The base plates that come on these P18 mags are not compatible with the Rock Island Armory. You have to get these Springer Precision base plates, and everything together before shipping was about $50. And the magazine says 38 special, or the magazine says 38 super on it, well, .38S, 38 super. It's the same magazine for 9mm as well, kind of like the TCM, but 22 TCMs don't work in this. Like most 1911s and most double-stack 1911s, or what you would call 2011s, they're heavy, and that's no exception with this one. With the magazine in and loaded up to capacity, this weighs in at 3.6 pounds. It says that on their website, and I didn't believe it because I thought it was fucking heavier. Without this light, I weighed it and it was right at 3.6 pounds. So they advertise the actual weight correctly. This gun is very accurate and precise. I didn't make groupings with it, but it was very accurate and precise. As well, the slide is very, very smooth. I mean, that's what you get with most 1911s. The weight of this gun, as well as the already light recoiling of the 9mm, and with it being really smooth, this gun runs great. I really like shooting it. It's so much fun to shoot this gun. The only issue with reliability that I had was in the first 3 to 4 magazines, and I would get failures to feed. After those 3 to 4 magazines, and I realized that it was my fault for overloading it, then I started having no issues with reliability whatsoever. So if you overload it and you have issues, like I said, you're the dumbass because they say it's 17 rounds. Get over it. The gun after taxes was right around $850. I purchased it locally at a local gun store, and I believe before taxes it was roughly around like $750, $780. After you buy a second magazine for it, it comes out to be about $900. Now someone will probably be like, well, that's a lot for a Rock Island Armory gun. Well, this gun is really nice, and yes, it is expensive for a Philippine-made 1911 or double stack 1911, but here's the thing. Most, if not all, double stack 1911s or 2011s from other companies cost well over $1,500. This thing runs just as good as them. And for the price and how many rounds I've put through this, I've put around 500 rounds through it. Yes, I know, 500 rounds. That's about as much as I want to put through any handguns right now, but at 500 rounds through this, and the only issues I had were user error, then $900 versus $1,500. Yeah, you don't have like the Gucci, hey, look at my fucking gun, it's a staccato, or hey, look at my fucking gun, it's an STI, but it still looks sexy as hell, it still runs awesome, and it's a good gun. One of the main reasons that I believe that it is cheaper is because it's from the Philippines. Companies from the Philippines like Citadel and Arms Corps, Rock Island, they produce a very good 1911 in my opinion. Now some of y'all might be like, well, that guy's an idiot or whatever, but well, here, let me get this for you. Here's the bag of cocks again for you. The reason I think it only comes with one magazine is because, well, they're penny pinchers over there in the Philippines, and if they don't have to give you another magazine, they won't. Hey, Arms Corps, you want to make more money? Start selling those goddamn magazines, because if it only comes with one, that's kind of horseshit. And that's really my only hang up with this firearm, is that it comes with one magazine. I really like this gun, and it is a great gun, and if you can get over the fact that it is a Rock Island Armory gun made in the Philippines and it only comes with one magazine, then this is just as good of a choice as an STI or as a Tri-Arc. Don't get me wrong, I'm sure those guns are amazing, and I would love to have one and try them out. I'd even love to have one in my collection, but they're really expensive, and for the price that you can pay for this, and you get, in my opinion, the quality is there. It's a good budget option. And when I say budget, I don't mean like crap gun budget. I mean like it's a good gun. Before I sign out, I want to let you know about Life, Liberty, Pursuit of Happiness. Go check them out on Instagram. They have a t-shirt, which you can get in different colors and different sizes, obviously. And then they have a hat, and you can order directly through them. His work is the reason that he can't get the website up, but you can still order shirts and hats through them on their Instagram page, and the name is down below in the description. Well, that's it for the Rock Island Armory TAC Ultra FSHC or the M1911A2 Tactical FS. With it being times, it might be hard to find these, but I did find this one locally in a shop. So go check out your local shops. They might have them, and hell, just keep looking online for stuff. They keep coming in and out of, I'm sure they'll keep coming in and out of stock. So this is a good gun. I recommend it. Navysooner out. I'll stick with 45 ACP. Bigger hole, bigger knockdown power, and 9mm Luger was made by Nazis anyways.